What is going on YouTube? Headed back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, as well as Doge to US dollar. And if we have time, the S&P 500. As you guys know, we are wrapping up the Doge for right now. We are going to be doing a different cryptocurrency next week. So please comment down below your favorite or your most, underrated altcoin that you would like to see reviewed here on the channel. And I will be picking a new one tomorrow. Otherwise, to jump into what we're going to be talking about in today's video, obviously we are going to be looking at the major drop that has happened on cryptocurrency. I mean, this is what we've been talking about for days now. I don't know how much more I have to express this. Every day for the past, I would say, week, we have been looking at the big bearish divergence that was forming on Bitcoin, showing signs of uncertainty and potential reversal. We made a very in-depth video yesterday, a very in-depth video the day before, talking about preparing ourselves for the big dump. And guess what? That happened last night at about 11 o'clock at night. I was in it. I was waiting for it. I bought in. We shorted it as we discussed right when we broke 59,000 on Bitcoin, and we capitalized on that run to the downside. So I do have a ton of information to talk to you guys. If you guys are confused, worried, trying to figure out what exactly is going on within XRP, within Ethereum, Bitcoin, Doge, the market as a whole, definitely make sure to watch this video to the end. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up as this does help support the YouTube algorithm. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, CryptoVOfficial. Otherwise, let's dive into today's episode. Disagreement in the signal occurs when the indicators are making lower highs while prices are completing higher highs. The indicator in this case is indicating that investors are becoming less bullish, and therefore the market is overextending itself or overbuying to the upside, which means there's a very big chance in potential reversal. We're not really seeing any action right now. Consider this, guys. We're not seeing any action in Bitcoin right now. Markets aren't moving. We've been trapped at $60,000 since March. It's been over a month now of just trading sideways where we haven't been able to break through that. So it's interesting to see what is the possibility. So really my plan moving forward within Bitcoin specifically is to buy in the second we see confirmation of a break below support. Now what's interesting is not only is the bottom support is lined up with the ascending triangle, or the ascending upside right here, the bottom support of the ascending fractal. It lines up very clear. So really, my next buy-in opportunity would be at $59,000. The second we can see confirmation on Bitcoin below bottom support right here, that's the next buy-in signal for a potential short to the downside. I'm really waiting for the markets to flip. I've seen it happen before. I would not be surprised if it happens again within this market. We've seen it in 2017. It came crazy. And there's a good chance it's going to happen again, considering we've been on a major parabolic run to the upside. So I'm getting very, very, very cautious on putting in a lot of money and then just forgetting about it, because there's a good chance reversal is going to come. And now that we have the tools of the trade, which is to short, I'm getting ready to short Bitcoin and these cryptocurrencies when it comes time to do so. So really, my main focus is buying in the second we see confirmation of a break below there. You can literally draw it on BitYard right here. We have a beautiful support level right here. The second we see confirmation, it's game on. The second we see the price break through these resistances, you can see the moving averages right here. We have the 5, 10, 20, and 40-day moving averages. Second we confirm a break below here, it's game on. Big short coming for these markets if it happens. All right, guys, before we jump into the technical analysis, remember we are still giving away a ProKey hardware, external hardware wallet. All you have to do is comment down below that you are subscribed, or are you going to subscribe to the Crypto TV channel, as well as comment ProKey, PROKEY. If you did those two steps, make sure to comment subscribed and ProKey, and make sure you are, because I am going to be checking if you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, you're not going to be able to win it. Definitely comment that down below, and I will be doing the giveaway very soon. I believe maybe tomorrow we're going to do the unveiling of who is the winner of the second ProKey hardware wallet. We're doing a giveaway on the channel, so definitely make sure to comment that stuff down below. But to jump into today's video, boy, there is so much to talk about, and I don't even know where to begin. I've been doing so much research this morning. That's why this video is coming out a little bit later than normal. normal because of the amount of just understanding and figuring out what this market is going to be doing, the trades we've made, things of that nature. I mean, this is what we've been waiting for, guys. I don't know how else to express that. Also, check out my cool, this is like stitched, crypto TV hoodie. I might be doing a drop. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But overall, market is down like 10% on average, 11.6%. Cryptos are just plummeting. Yesterday, we were down about 20% overall on some of these cryptos. Bitcoin hit like $52,000, much lower than where we are now. But we're down 10%. Ethereum 12, XRP 19. Doge is actually up 20%, which is just odd. It's just coming a rebound because it fell much sooner than the market did. Cardano was down 14, Litecoin 16, double-digit red across the board. A ton of volume has left this market, and this is what we've been waiting for. I mean, I don't know how else to express this. We've been watching this. We've been talking about it here on BitYard, looking at this. We talked about when we were going to be buying in. We had a beautiful uptrend drawn on Bitcoin on BitYard right here. Was a beautiful uptrend here. I said the second we saw confirmation, a break below $59,000, that's when we would buy in and short the market to the downside. And that's exactly what we did. And we made a couple $1,000s on an easy short in this market. This was a very big payday for me. Hopefully it was a very big payday for you guys, but this was an easy buy and an easy short opportunity that can really only be done on BitYard. That's why I recommend BitYard so much, because of the availability, the option to short cryptocurrency, to short Bitcoin, to short Ethereum, to short XRP over here, all these cryptocurrencies, and then even more over here, just to capitalize on these runs to the downside. This is the big game changer, allowing us to short a market that nobody really knows about. Nobody really knows you can short crypto, or they don't know how. This is the answer, and I link BitYard in the description, and I definitely recommend you guys take advantage of this because it's not over. There's going to be a lot of more plays to the downside that we have to make runs on. Now, really, without like spending too much time going off topic, I mean, as you guys know, a lot of people buy in, and that's why I'm not uncomfortable missing out on runs to the upside, because it's much easier to track the run to the downside than we do have, buying in for the long. It's a hard guess, but we can still do that. And even if we miss on this massive pump to the upside, usually what follows that is an immediate correction. And that's what happened in these cryptos yesterday, last night, and today. And that's how we were able to capitalize off such a big run. So that's why I recommend you guys watching every video so you don't miss out on major opportunities like this. I even made a post last night on the community tab. But right now, let's just look through all these cryptos. We have XRP, which is down. We have Ethereum. We have Bitcoin. We have Doge. The S&P 500, obviously, which is Sunday, is closed right now. But I do believe opening Monday, tomorrow, we're probably going to see a drop. I just have this gut feeling that markets are going to start to fall as of tomorrow or the next day, and we'll probably hit $4,000 or 4,000 points on the S&P 500 soon. But to dive into the video, XRP, what do we got to talk about on XRP right now? Well, obviously, just to start, let's look at our indicators. Indicators show bearish, extremely bearish on the MACD. Probably an immediate reversal was what we're going to anticipate. Oversold on the MACD. We are retesting our bottom supports on the 4-hour moving average, which is nice. This is good. We needed to see that correction, which is necessary, and we hit our bottom supports. So I do think we're going to be capped just for maybe a couple of hours, if not until tomorrow. This is pretty much the dump we were looking for, and this happened, and I'm going to explain it more in depth tomorrow. On Bitcoin in a few minutes. But the dump did happen. You can even see on the daily here that we are seeing an immediate reversal. We don't look as bad on the MACD. There's actually more reason for a correction now on the daily. You can see we're still overextended. We just now entered, a more neutral area on the relative strength indicator on the daily. But you can see how much overextended we are from the daily moving averages here. Notice every time we usually extend above the moving average or below it, we end up coming back to retest it. And that's my same belief on this. So long term, if we continue to drop, I do believe XRP has a huge potential to go back down to 67 cents. Now, I know a lot of you guys don't want to hear that, but we have to discuss this. 67 cents is a big possibility for this coin. Obviously, the next level of support is probably 94 cents, and then we'll come down to 63 if the market deems reversal. But right now, it does not look good. We have lower highs forming on this coin. And that's really what we need to see on the other cryptocurrencies to confirm a bearish reversal in the market. And I'll talk about that in a second. But for right now, these reversals, these lower highs every day are not a good sign for a potential bull run. It's possible, but we have to break the prior high and start a reversal candle to the upside. For example, what I mean by that is markets are moving lower and lower and lower, and we're going to continue to move lower and lower unless we see a reversal. And what I mean by that is, let's say we dump and then we move up higher and we close higher than the prior high. That would, indicate potentially reversing back to the upside. So what I'm talking about is here. Notice every time we dump lower, it's going, lower than the prior one. What we're looking for is a movement like this. If we can see a potential reversal like that, that would be an indication of moving back to the upside, which is a huge possibility still. There's still options for, a double bottom. There's still options for a double top. There's a lot of indicators we haven't ruled out yet because it's such an early reversal. But as of right now, tracking this market right now, these lower highs need to be broken if we're going to anticipate XRP and the markets moving back up. It's very possible because we're hitting the 4-hour right now, and we could, with this, start to extend back up. It's very possible, and if we finally break a prior high, then I know we can buy in for a swing to the upside. But yes, there was a very big short specifically on Bitcoin and some of the other cryptocurrencies, but Bitcoin was my main focus that we've been talking about. But that's really where my head's at for XRP. It's too early to tell what exactly is going to happen. We capitalized off this run on Bitcoin, and now let's see where XRP wants to play. Are we going to break below our moving average support here, or are we going to reverse back up? There's a lot to say, but the daily looks like more of a bearish sign. Now for Ethereum, very similar. I'm going to talk about Ethereum like I'm going to talk about Bitcoin. So just use what I'm talking about for Bitcoin as we did on Ethereum. So what have we been talking about here? Why did we see this major dump? As you guys know, yesterday, the day before, we had some pretty crazy videos. We put out 2 videos. We got 14,000 views the other day. We got 31,000 2 days ago. And we had yesterday, we got 10,000 views. So we've been getting a ton of traction, and I'm hoping that of these 40,000 views over the past 2 days, that some of you guys were listening and taking my advice as to what exactly is going on with Bitcoin. I had a lot of people DMing me mentioning that I called the bearish divergence on the coin because I have, and we've been focusing on that coin. I know a lot of you guys were texting saying, oh, there's FUD, or commenting in the comments yesterday and the day before, oh, you're spreading FUD, stuff like that. I mean, sure, yeah, maybe I am, but I'm trying to look out for the best of you guys as well as me as a trader that has been in the market for about 4 years now. I've seen trends like this in the past, and they usually, they might not rhyme, but they got a rhythm that's very similar to what's happened before. So when I see big signals like this, I try to play it conservative. I've, done the aggressive trading style, and it's just too much for me. I'd rather, be able to go out, but if that's your style, then go for it. But as a conservative trader, this is a big red flag for buying in, expecting to long this. And that's what we've been waiting for. So in detail, and I can flash back to yesterday's episode, we specifically talked about this huge bearish divergence on these coins. That's what we have to discuss. There's been a major higher highs forming, higher lows forming, beautiful bull run, ascending fractal, bullish fractal to the upside. The problem that we ran into is the bearish reversal that was forming on the relative strength indicator. The RSI was showing bearish signs. So as the price went higher and higher and higher, the market was going lower and lower and lower. People were, feeling a little less comfortable buying in. The bull run, people weren't really as thrilled about it, and people were losing their steam and starting to, to not want to be in it. And that's what would immediately help us, pull lower. So it was destined to see that. We were trading extremely overbought when we started to see these pumps, and we pretty much gassed out the market. And the fact is that it was due to correct. And really, what I noticed was the fact that for the past month now, over a month, we've been trading with a huge resistance at $60,000, $59,000 to be exact. $59,000 was that zone for, since, mid-March of just sideways trading. We just kept trying to break through it over and over and over and over again, and we could not break through it. Finally, we did, and then came back down to retest that. Here's the thing. We discussed this in detail yesterday, and I really want to, highlight that and abbreviate that. In detail, we mentioned that this was our zone right here. This was major key. In every video yesterday and the day before, the past couple of days, we've been highlighting the past 2 days. This is the focal point. You could see it 3 days ago. We talked about this right here. Let me just, freeze frame so you guys can see this. Right here, we talked about potentially correcting lower. Yesterday, or 2 days ago, we talked about this being the highlight zone. We can then move into, yesterday's episode where this was the zone. This was the region that we were focusing on right here. This is the center. This is the focal point. If we broke through that support level, there would be a very big drop to the downside, and that's what happened. So really what I mentioned yesterday and what was discussed, what I'm going to discuss today, is this was a major buy-in zone for a short. The bearish divergence was showing signs of potential reversal, big reversal if it was to come. And it was all, hanging out on this beautiful uptrend and this bottom support. It was all right here where they intertwined, where they crossed right here at support was $59,000. So we pretty much said that if we were to close or, trade below 59, it was going to, hit really big, and we would see a big short, which was right at bottom support at the moving average, as well as about 49,000. That's kind of where my target was. We haven't hit that yet. My stop loss is still in. I'm still, trading in this currently. This is a live trade, but I bought in the second we closed or went below 59,000. We bought in, and market is just dropping right now. And I do believe we're going to continue to do so. I believe this is just the start of a reversal, and I think it's only a small blip of what could come. And that's why you guys had to just pay attention to this. So moving forward, where is my prediction? What do I think is going to be happening? To answer all those questions, what are you guys going to do? If you have bought in already and capitalized off this run and bought into the short, keep doing that. Obviously, move your stop loss down a little bit lower just to lock in profit so you don't break even. Now that we're up, I'm currently up. I have moved my stop loss down. I'm currently in it. I'm looking good. Things are looking good. We're up money. Now that we're up money, continue to trade on this. Let's see how this plays out, because I'm going to keep it fairly high. I'm keeping it not a tight stop loss, I'm keeping it high. Maybe I'll lose some, maybe I won't. But right now, we've pretty much locked in a few $1,000s of profit. So I'm happy. I'm okay if I get stopped out. But let's see how much lower this market wants to dive, because we could easily, I don't want to spread FUD, we could see over the course of the next couple of months, we could easily pull down to $40,000. We could easily pull down to $30,000. We could half. We can go down 50%. I've been talking about this in depth every day, the possibilities of seeing another 80% correction happening on the market. And we're starting to see little blips of that. So the first test might be to find support at 50,000. We might ping off 50K and start to head back up. And then my stop loss will clear and we'll lock in a couple $1,000s of profit, which will be okay. And then we'll see where this market goes. But for right now, on Bitcoin specifically, if you guys are in it currently, just move the stop loss down, keep a wide net just in case we decide to head lower or we swing up. This is a lot of uncertainty. A lot of people are freaking out right now with this market. So I just want to keep that net pretty big. I don't want to keep a tight net. And this is anticipation we dip lower. So my target is to see a retest of 50. I would think that in the next day or today, we close the daily closer to $50,000. That's really where my head's at. And we might see a small bounce back to the upside, because that's usually what happens, this ripple effect. We see an immediate drop to the downside. We see a small blip, and then we head up a little bit higher and then continue that pattern. So, drop, we head up, and then we might dip even lower. It's very similar to what happened back in 2017. I just want to flash to that just so you guys, kind of see what exactly is going on. Back, here we go, 2017. Let's zoom in so you guys can see what's going on. But we had, a retest at top. We saw an immediate drop, and we had this little blip here where we corrected all the way down, flash crash to 9,800 from 20, and then we fed back up, consolidated, and then we fell even lower. So I'm anticipating this could be the start to a bigger drop on coins, on Bitcoin and the market, but we just have to, consider our options. We're in this short term, so I'm not really too worried, but this is coming. This drop, this correction, the bearish divergence was accurate, and this drop is looking like it's going to continue. Now, Doge 2, we saw this drop. It looks like it's going to consolidate out. I'd like to see how this decides to pan out. It looks like it's starting to form another ascending fractal. It's very interesting. I did hear some rumors, I don't know how much this is true, of potentially seeing a bigger run in Doge on 420. Supposedly that's like this big rumor. Like 420 is going to be this time where Doge decides to pump to the upside. Everything is kind of lining here. I don't know if it's like Elon Musk spreading this, but there could be another run for Doge. I don't know yet, but we're starting to see on the 4-hour more of this pennant flag, symmetrical triangle. We'll see how exactly it wants to end itself right here. I'm just going to draw this out very small. We'll see how exactly this forms, but this may pump up even higher or dip. I really don't know on Doge right now. This market is so heavily manipulated within Doge, but there's a big possibility of another pump if they want to do that. We'll see what Elon decides to do with that. But for right now, major dumpage right now. What would I do if I haven't bought in yet? Would I buy in? It's going to be risky. It's a big possibility, but I would only be shorting this. A lot of people say buy the dip. I'm shorting this. It's up to you what you want to do. Ethereum sees that big dip too, that big reversal. It's natural, but I do think we're going to fall lower. I think Ethereum's probably going to come back down and retest support on this beautiful green line, so I could easily see it hitting 1800. So I do think shorts are in right now. I do think over the next couple of days, maybe a week or two, we're going to see big shorts, and I do think this is just the beginning of the drop. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, we could be totally wrong. We could come back down and pump up even higher. We could hit bottom support at 50 and then explode back up to 100K. We might not see a big dump until the end of 2021. It's possible. But for right now, to play conservative, I would be selling out the second we hit 50K, and then I would reevaluate the market. It's too early to figure out if this is the start of a big drop. That's what you guys really have to consider. We don't have enough, support levels. We don't have enough, technical analysis or trends to confirm that this is a bear run. I mean, what we would really need or bear market is movements like this. Like if we start to see this where prices are kind of pinging lower and lower and lower, then I would say, yeah, we're probably in it until we see a reversal upwards. But this is just the start. This is the first curve. So we'll see how exactly this plays out. Then I'll buy back in. But otherwise, this is a very successful, profitable day. I'm very excited. Hopefully you guys took advantage of this. Otherwise, if you are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up as this does help support the YouTube algorithm. Make sure to comment subscribed in Pro Key to win one of these, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.